That aside, let's go into game number 2 again. This is TNC. Match point. They have it in them to experiment and play around with it. It's XP lane Alice for TNC. BREN Esports, relatively close to the chest here. Where did the Kyle TZ Julian start? Orange, right? It's a mirror start.
Yeah. And again, you know, if you're considering this Alice pick, maybe it's just in TNC's mind their best decision to play against a Phobius. This is how they want to play against it, and maybe this will work out for them. Right now, the other question is, what does Few want to prioritize here in terms of using that ultimate, and what does he want to take here? Already early aggression on Ben Things, though, getting the flicker out early on.
Basing it on the rotations coming in from BREN Esports, Kyle TZ prioritized the orange objective given that that Super Marco is going to have a slight problem in terms of range that they want to do. In result, SDZYZ was given free space and Ben Things just using that flicker, but of course it didn't go for naught because TNC was able to take that purple objective, and that leaves Kyle TZ once again to take the purple of his own.
Oh man. Is he gonna get it though? SDZYZ here has a retribution. Watch out.
Also, Super Marco bowling Yasuo here. SDZYZ not gonna deal with this. Purple buff still gonna be up here, waiting for that level 4-2. Takes quite a bit of poke damage. Gets trapped into the face of a big wall here as he falls. That's crucial, as SDZYZ is now gonna lose the purple buff on top of it. Kyle TZ though goes down as well. They're all fighting for the purple buff, so it's going to be a one-for-one trade across the junglers here for both teams, and now the turtle's up.
Kyle TZ took it, but died in the process, and so far, SDZYZ is back on the map, going to take his orange here and make a beeline for this turtle. I don't know, timing was off for both teams, but it's a matter of recovery.
It was actually Ogwen who managed to take that purple objective, so it's still a win for BREN Esports. But unfortunately, BREN just also delayed their jungler in terms of what they want to have. Kyle TZ with that mystery shop is most ideal to actually take it out. But unfortunately for TNC, they were unable to take that purple objective. And in return, it was Kyle TZ using that retribution and might go for the kill.
Wow, okay. I was wondering if he was going to use the Way of the Dragon there. Few goes in, burns the flicker, and now they grab King Solomon too. Big pickups here for BREN Esports.
Doppelganger death. The Ogwen taking the purple situation was from worst to bad. So, relatively speaking, I guess it's okay, and BREN again still on the map here, still able to get a kill, secure this little wanderer. What I see them doing here is waiting until Kyle TZ is ready, and then they'll take a purple. I'm wondering, why is TNC not as aggressive on taking this objective? Because it's clear they have their ults, but why are they so shy to get the turtle?
We're slowly seeing BREN Esports having the mystery shop effect. It's Few and Kyle TZ just dishing out the burst damage possible. And if there was a time that Kyle TZ didn't have the retribution, right? And it reached the point that, okay, we just go for the kills instead so that they won't have enough zoning potential to actually take the turtle for themselves. And with that, 2 kills were given to BREN, and the positioning was just disengaged by the side of TNC, resulting to the turtle take.
Yeah, and I mean, with all that being said too, you gotta just expect TNC now, with that early aggression coming out from BREN, they have to be careful around how they play things. They're still going to be in good position, right? Especially with what they have now that Ben Things, as he gets a little bit more tanky. He's almost level 5. He does have the Way of the Dragon to hold on to the top side. Yasuo, Ogwen looking to wild charge in. As he does, grabs the kill here too. Ben Things and King Solomon here should be able to grab the kill on Ogwen. But look at the backside. Few now. They pay him back. That's going to be a 2-for-2 trade across the board.
You have to give it to Super Marco, just outplaying the gold lane matchup. We were expecting that Super Marco would somewhat have a hard time against Yasuo, who actually has a lot of range advantage. But given that, Super Marco is still managing to thrive in his lane, also resulting to 2 kills given to the side of BREN Esports, and now 1.40 in terms of gold lead. You really have to give it to the guys. They know their rotations, they're holding out their own, and there's not a lot of need, but it's just the lack of damage, right? Kram usually moving forward from the XP lane to the mid lane to be able to assist, but given that he needs a lot of time to scale and stack, he's just not unable to do that.
Kram time's gonna take a while. Just bottom line, the fact that your XP laner struggling, that's expected. It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
But your gold laner flourishing the way that Super Marco is, look at the difference between their turrets, man. Look at that. And the fact that Yasuo needs babysitting from King Salman and Ben Things. So that just shows, again, puts into context what Sona, what you said, bro. Super Marco is eating good.
I mean, that's why they're planning up here, right? Ben Things has to make a play. Conceal is going to be committed here. They're going to push Super Marco off the turret. Should be able to convert the turret. They trade the turtle for it. So right now, like you guys mentioned, Yasuo kind of just being taken care of. It would have been better if they could have converted it into a kill, because Super Marco playing a little bit defensive when he needs to. He is just buying more damage, more time on this carry pick.
Great initiation coming in from TNC, at least popping off those ultimates to be able to zone Super Marco out, knowing that they have the damage.
Ben Things goes in, but questionable target there, was trying to get the kick off and not going to convert anything. Now Cram going to be the focus here. Did have that blood owed, but taken quite a bit of damage himself. Does try to escape, but gets slam dunked on by the man himself, Pandora. We're going to take another little pause here while things are going on. 6 minutes into the game.
Pandora has had it. He had one split decision. Do I use the ult here to secure the kill, or will our passive damage, our right clicks, if you will, be enough? And he has had it. He has had a tough, first 5 or 6 minutes, and he just said, I need the kill here. I need to deny Cram time. Let's do it.
But that's the thing, like, that right there makes you question, was the Alice in the XP lane the best option? Because even when you're trying to escape, you're just going to get slam dunked on with the demonic force, right? I mean, it's a tough thing to work around here. And again, Phoveus, I think that was his first kill, right? That's his first kill there. And so the scaling of, let's compare the scaling of Phoveus and Alice, right?
I actually like the Phoveus more.
Yeah.
I like the Phoveus more. The Alice, you have to make it work.
You have to get into a position and make your ultimate and everything else, usually a Winter Tranche, everything to pop off right. Whereas Phoveus, you just press that button and you're just in everybody's faces.
And for them to be able to do that, TNC made the first step, right?
Yeah.
They went to the top side to give more space to Cram to actually get the stacks that he needs, and they've eliminated one turret from the top side. Unfortunately, BREN Esports also mirrored the move, knowing that there is a significant advantage in terms of the numbers game that we have been seeing for the first 5 minutes, and now Cram is having a hard time.
Well, they're going to focus on Pandora, as we were just talking about him. Ben Things going in with the Way of the Dragon. That's a lot of ultimates being committed here as he's swallowed up and thrown into the wall as well. So Pandora going down for the second time here.
So again, your XP laner struggling. That's just how it's going to be. And you see a switch up here. It's Cram's turn here on the top lane. Bot lane, different story, Ben Things.
Wow, Ben Things actually getting a taste of the Way of the Dragon here.
Ow.
Yasuo has the damage there. Now Few trying to follow up. Can they grab a kill here? Kyle TZ, the double kill. The damage is surely there on this Julian.
This is just too deadly. You're taking a look at Kyle TC, 3-1 and 4 Few, still unscathed at this point. We're already 7 minutes in, and just imagine the itemizations that both of these magic damage dealers are already dishing out to the rest of the members of TNC, and how they would be able to force it out. There was a switch coming in because, you know, Cram really needs those stacks, and maybe the Beatrix would be able to use that Ibirus Passion to just go ahead and clear the waves as soon as he can, not to give BREN Esports that much of territory, but it's just BREN forcing their way in, securing the objectives.
Speaking of objectives, the objective king, is he getting more kills than Kyle TZ? Yeah, about 4 seconds to tell us with the hashtag Samsung and hashtag awesome always wins. This is the last turtle of the game. Kyle TZ, could he be the second TZ that Few leads to a world championship? This duo is so deadly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's becoming more apparent as we get further into the season. And especially, I feel like Kyle TZ has just kind of settled in. He's settled into now this role, the jungle. I mean, he's starting to build his own identity despite him having that TZ on his last portion of his name here. But the playstyle that he's going with is surely showing something. And now Ben Thing's going to be the focus here. But look at the mega kill, as we were just saying. Kyle TZ now focusing on the rest as SD falls here. BREN Esports feeling very confident. Ogwin just going to plant himself behind the turret. Ben Things has to be careful here. That's going to be another knock-up, and it's Cram that falls this time. And the turret still going to be worked on here. BREN Esports looking really good right now.
Lovely juggle behind that tier 1 turret, and it's just a matter of time before it goes down. Huge lead by BREN, by the way, 6,000 gold lead. And if I may say, TNC, they haven't really played much Mobile Legends in the second game. The first half of the second game, no Mobile Legends from TNC.
That was very unfortunate, especially from Ben Things, right? He managed to land the Way of the Dragon to the most durable hero possible.
Wrong dude.
At some point,
Worst dude.
it was
happened a
BREN
couple
Esports.
times.
It was BREN Esports that just punished that error, that just punished that overextension. And not only that, it was a domino effect because 2 heroes also fell in the process. And now, BREN Esports managing to take another turret in the middle side. You're already taking a look at the Julian, locking in that Winter Truncheon, so that gives more options for them. And now TNC unable to find the other ways to disengage because Ogwen is just always there to lock up their entry.
Amazing man-to-man defense by Ogwin, and slowly but surely it's becoming 2-on-1 man-to-man defense. He's checking SD and he's checking Ben Things.
I mean, he's doing a great job on this Grok. And again, like I said yesterday, it's nice to see this hero bringing back into the Land of Dawn because he can do quite a bit for the team, whichever team does pick him. But already, BREN Esports just going to go ahead and freely grab themselves a Lord here. And as you mentioned, Leo, we're seeing TNC just struggle. Conceal play going to come out from open. Wild Charge comes in. They're looking for Cram, but already the killing spree going over to Super Marco. Cram has to flicker out here. It's only Ben Things that falls, but BREN knows their position right now, and they're going to look to focus on some more map space.
They wanna just simply shock BREN Esports with the dominant force that they've had. They know that Ogwen had the Wild Charge, and after that Lord take, TNC was thinking, all right, they're not gonna force a team fight this time around because they just managed to take a major objective. And then right after that was BREN Esports using the concealed play, Wild Charge. They were unable to get the squishiest or the most damage dealing type of hero from the side of TNC, but they got Ben Things, and that was enough for them to be able to take the outer and inner turrets of TNC.
Well, here we go. A Lord marching up on the top side. They're trying to clear it out. Demonic Force being committed. Pandora deep into enemy territory. They grab the turret, but it's already a mega kill for Super Marco. RWM coming down. Pandora still into the base. Goes into the fountain. A little bit too far there as he falls, but he bought enough time for the team, and that's it. BREN Esports is going to be taking us to a Game 3.
As long as Game 1 took, in about half the time, BREN Esports forces us into sudden death. They mean business with a draft like this.
Just the way that Pandora forced himself into the fountain there. I mean, what a great game from BREN Esports. Very clean here.
Basketball term, slam dunk, but for a football term, that was an own goal, right?
Yeah.
That was an own goal because he just went inside, but just to buy enough time for them to be able to finish the game.